Podcast episode script, The Unforgiving Wall, High-Wall Safety at p4n Mining. Welcome to Benchmark, the podcast that delves into the critical safety protocols of mining. I'm Alex. Today, we're not going underground. We're facing the wall, the massive vertical rock face of an open-pit mine, the Higwall. It's a monument to scale and a constant looming hazard. A single rockfall can be catastrophic. We're breaking down p4n Mining's working safely near a highwall procedure, a system built on one simple rule, enforced with absolute rigor. Imagine you're in a haul truck at the bottom of the pit. The wall towers above you. How close is too close? At p4n, the answer is precise, the one-to-one rule. If that wall is 50 meters tall, you must stay 50 meters back from its base. This isn't a guideline, it's a non-negotiable boundary. For personnel on foot, the rule is even stricter near the crest. Never approach within 2 meters. This rule creates the first and most critical safety buffer against rockfall. But the high wall isn't static. It cracks, it seeps water, it slumps. That's why the true authority here isn't the production foreman, it's the geotechnical engineer. Their inspection is the mandatory gateway before any work below a wall can begin. They classify the risk, low, moderate, or high. That classification isn't just paperwork, it triggers an entire cascade of mandated controls. Let's walk the process. Before a shovel or drill moves in, the geotech team assesses the wall. If it's low risk, controls include mandatory training for all workers, radar monitoring, and a pre-task Take 5 check. But if the geotech team sees signs of instability, cracks, historical rock falls, poor drainage, the risk level jumps to moderate or high. Now the game changes completely. Work is now restricted to daylight hours only. And most crucially, it requires 2 dedicated spotters, one from the geotech team, one from operations. Their job is singular: watch the wall. Not the equipment, not the progress, just the wall. They have radios and an air horn. If they lose line of sight or see any movement, they sound the alarm and everyone evacuates immediately. The work stops until the spotters are back in position. This reliance on human vigilance is paired with technology. Slope stability radar scans the wall for minute movements, feeding data to a system called Jigsaw. But the procedure is brutally honest about its limits. A disclaimer reminds everyone that radar will not detect very rapid failures and can't see small, sudden rockfalls. That's why the spotters are irreplaceable. They are the last-second warning system the technology can't provide. The procedure also establishes exclusion zones, or E-zones. These are areas cordoned off with barriers and signs where the hazard is too great for any routine access. No one enters an E-zone without direct approval from the geotechnical team. It's a physical do-not-cross line. Beyond these dramatic controls, the procedure builds a culture of constant shared awareness. All personnel are trained to spot hazards: new cracks, water where it shouldn't be, loose rocks. They must report it immediately. Geotechnical issues are a fixed agenda item in every daily production meeting. There's a formal, documented handover between the production and geotech supervisors at each shift change. This ensures the risk assessment isn't a one-time ticket, but a living, breathing part of the operations conversation. Thanks for listening to Benchmark. For more on geotechnical risk management, visit our show notes. Remember, in the shadow of the high wall, complacency is the real landslide. Until next time, work safe.